Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to Everlasting Summer. Let's go with Lena's road, because it needs to be done and we need to finish this and continue with another road. Alright, someone called to me at the square. Hey! Alyssa ran up to me. Have you been to the island? Yes. To tell the truth, I didn't want to talk to her about anything, but I already didn't have the strength to lie to her. And how did it go? Doesn't matter. I'm very tired and I'm going to sleep. Come on, tell me! Her face had such a nasty grimace that I shuddered with rage. Why should I care? Well, I just... She murmured in dismay. Mind your own business. I snapped and quickened my pace toward the cabins. Alyssa did not try to stop me. Annoyingly, Olga Dmitrievna had not returned yet, and I could not find my key. What if I lost it? The only thing I could do was wait. I plopped down to the deck chair and closed my eyes. My heart was heavy and my soul was being torn apart by vague expectations. From time to time, I had a feeling that I was already dead, just without realizing it, and had been thrown into hell. But really, instead of trying to get out of here, I'm spinning on a diabolic roundabout and it goes faster and faster. I'm becoming more and more involved in the life of this world, of this camp. As if I had no past life, the real one. As if I was always interested in the opinions of others. Damn it, I never cared about it. Why right here? Why right now? I recalled the face of Lena in tears. Yeah, probably not the opinions of the others, but her opinion was the one I cared about. I heard far footsteps and after a while Olga Dmitrievna appeared. She looked at me for a few seconds, seems like she was about to say something, but then just sighed, opened the door with her key and went in. I followed her. Shapeless shadows, blurry memories, fragments of feelings and emotions swirled in my head for a long time. For so long that after a while I couldn't tell where I was or what's happening to me. The only salvation was sleep. Day 6. Alright. Moving to the point. Probably. I woke up because somebody was shaking my shoulders. It was too hard for me to open my eyes, so I just whined pathetically. Get up already! You're going to miss the lineup! Once I realized what Olga Dmitrievna wanted from me and what time it was, I rolled over to face the wall. I was so tired that I wanted to choke the camp leader just so she would quit disturbing my recovery from a hell's yesterday. Semyon, get up immediately! I mustered up my strength, opened my eyes and sat up. I didn't stand, but I had a hard day yesterday. Can I sleep in at least today? I started pleading. It's out of the question. Lineup is mandatory for every pioneer. And you've already missed it a few times. My head went completely numb, so I just couldn't find any arguments against that. In a couple of minutes we were already standing at the square. I dozed off, taking great pains to not fall asleep on my feet, so I missed everything that Olga Dmitrievna announced. The majority of the pioneers seemed to feel the same. Electronic yawned constantly, Alyssa had huge baggy eyes, only Uliana seems to be full of health and energy, as always. I swept my eyes over the lineup yet again and couldn't find Lena. That's odd. Generally she's a diligent and committed girl, it's unlike her to miss such events. On the other hand, that was too much for her yesterday, such stress. She's probably depressed. Although such behavior from her was very surprising. I mean, I'd suspect that she was not the kind of person she wanted others to see her as, but I never expected such a drastic change. Lena, amazingly, somehow reminded me of Alyssa, even more harsh and brutal at times. And now I was not sure how to behave around her. I was simply afraid of her. Finally, lineup was over and the pioneers dragged themselves off to breakfast. Miku caught up with me near the canteen. "Semyon, good morning. How did you sleep? Any dreams? How are you? Ready for breakfast?" She, as always, blubbered without a break, dancing a cute smile. Why did I say dancing? Adding a cute smile at the same time. "I'm okay," I answered Leslie. "Today is quite gloomy, maybe because of the weather. It's quite dark, it might even rain. So yeah, everyone is sad and gloomy. I thought maybe something happened, but no one told me what." Can you imagine that? Something happened and everyone knows about it, apart from me. I was sad about it, but then... "Don't worry, you won't miss the end of the world," I delivered a snarky remark. "Huh?" It looked like she was so into her monologue that she was completely oblivious to everything around her. And if you are going to miss it somehow, I will make sure to let you know. "Nothing. Enjoy your meal." I marched to the canteen with a firm step to get my daily portion of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. To my surprise, a seat in the far corner was free. I sat down and tried really hard to make a face that would let everyone know that there is really no need to come anywhere near me unless there was an emergency. I just wanted to sit alone and think. Moreover, keeping my mind off other things was making me less sleepy. Mind if I join you?" I did not notice Slavia standing there. "Strange." "Sure," I answered her after hesitating for a second. "Bad mood?" "A bit." "Did something happen?" "Not really." "You don't have to tell me if you don't want to." "There's nothing to tell you about." We kept eating in silence until I asked, "Where did you go last night?" "Me? Oh, I just wanted to be alone for a while." "We know where she went. It was in her road, so we know. That's not like you." I felt a bit more lively. "Really? Well, maybe. It's also not often that you seem so gloomy." She might be right. Even in the most unfavorable circumstances, I've always tried to have a positive outlook on things. Not that I was an optimist, I just always tried not to feel too down. Keeping my previous life in mind, it's only natural as soon as you let depression get a hold on you, the nose will start to look very appealing. Perhaps. When Slavia was done with her meal, I was still poking the porridge with my spoon. "I'll be going. By the way, have you seen Lena?" "Nope. Why do you ask?" "I didn't see her at the morning lineup." "That's odd. That's not like her." "Maybe you're right. I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest." "Yeah, of course. I was just wondering." I sat for a few more minutes in place and then headed outside without finishing my breakfast. Today was quite gloomy. The first gloomy day during my time here. I'd kind of gotten used to the bright and burning sun. The heat that would only subside by the evening seemed to be an irreplaceable component of this place. It looks like even here the weather changes after all. Almost like it's matching my mood. It looks like just more proof that this place or its creators are sentient and have great storytelling skills. Sometimes I really wanted to focus on a single theory of mine, concentrate it and forget about all others. Just to decide for myself that it's all done by aliens, or I am in a parallel universe, or witchcraft, or military experiments. Just to pick one and be done with it. To stop thinking about all possible explanations to this situation, constantly jumping from one to the other. Just to focus on a single one. But it's impossible. I have almost no facts about anything. Nothing extraordinary has happened to me here yet. Yeah, some odd things took place, but they can and do happen in the real world too. After yet another cycle of similar thoughts, I found myself at the bus stop of road 410 and the gates of the camp Sovyonok. No answers, no hints, no clues. I was walking wherever my legs were taking me. I was quiet in the residential area. It was quiet, sorry. Not a single person there, to be precise. My astonishment grew even more when electronic appeared around the next turn. I wanted to call out to him, but stopped, because he was going a little too confidently in an unknown direction. It's strange that goes against his nature. Anyway, what can I talk with electronic about? And yeah, I'd have to start the conversation first. Seems like I was completely in despair. However, it would be interesting to follow him and to find out where he is rushing to. As a child, I liked games of spies, and here's a chance to put myself into a real spy's shoes. I decided not to sneak and hide in a special way, and just tailed him quietly at a distance. Soon we came to the library. Electronic knocked and went inside. I stood behind a big tree so nobody could see me and began to wait. He was absent for quite a long time. Perhaps this is a stupid idea, because in fact, what's the difference? What does it make if he went to the library? Maybe just decided to get something to read. He was walking fast, so what? Perhaps he has some business afterwards. My thoughts were disturbed by a loud door slam. I looked towards the library and saw Electronic run away from there, and Xenia, who ran after him, shouting along the way, "I don't want to hear them more, or to see you either!" They ran past me, but naturally they were so involved in chasing they didn't notice me. The whole situation seemed very funny, and I decided that I needed to find out what the matter was. I wonder where could Electronic be running like that. Can't wait, where's library? Infirmary, kitchen, clubhouse. Well, this is on the way, but well, he was not caught or hit, so probably no. But because I like infirmary, I may go there, but also kitchen, dining hall, he was there on the breakfast just a second ago, so no. I would guess it's a clubhouse where he can hide. Yeah, it is quite obvious that he ran straight to his native cybernetics club. I entered without knocking, but didn't find anyone inside. Electronic! It's me! The sound of footsteps came from the next room, and soon Electronic himself appeared. Hey Semyon, I'm just... His eyes ran guiltily and his shirt had visible traces of sweat. Going in for sports, I see. Sprinting. Hey, you saw that? He asked, doomed. Yep, purely by chance, so I decided to stop by and to ask how you were doing and... what happened? Nothing special, really. Indeed, fleeing from an angry librarian, it's nothing. You can't tell me. I smiled disarmingly. Really? And won't you tell? Oh, of course, silent as the dead, crossed my heart. It seems I exaggerated a bit, but looks like it had convinced him. Okay. He took a deep breath, gathering strength. You know, I've liked Xenia since the first day. Those words wanted to fall to the floor and start rolling around, shaken by violent attacks of laughter, but out of respect for him, I refrained. Still, his next few words flew past my ears. And so I just decided. Well, and you saw what happened next. A brave fellow, indeed. Well, you... try harder, I guess, and you will succeed. I patted him on the shoulder, trying really hard not to laugh. Thank you for the support. He smiled sadly. Okay, I have to go. I have some work to do. I shot out of the clubhouse like a bullet, and finally laughed out loud. However, if you think about it, Electronic and Xenia would make a wonderful couple. They are actually a perfect match. It is strange that Xenia rejected him. I was going towards the square, thinking further about this episode. At the end of the day, Electronic is not such a simpleton. Just like that, he declared his love, even realizing that refusal will follow. Or, on the contrary, it is because he's just as simple as an apple pie? Either way, you can feel the honesty and sincerity in his behavior. More complicated people would spend hours, days, months, years thinking about how to present this in a better way, what consequences you will have and whether you should even bother. I would do so myself. No, rather, I have done so. But he just said it. Unsuccessfully, of course, but it could have also gone differently. These thoughts may be completely melancholy, so much so that the launch signal, usually so anticipated, didn't trigger any emotions at all. The canteen was chock-full. It seems that the camp was slowly emerging from the morning depression. Maybe the sun that had come out from the clouds contributed to that, or maybe something else that I missed while running after electronic. Only the places next to Lena and Alisa turned out to be free. I braced myself and started walking towards them. Eating was still a necessity. Can I sit with you? Just sit down. Why are you so gloomy? It's just that you are too cheerful. I'm trying to maintain the energy balance in the universe. Uliana giggled. Oddly enough, the girls did not pay any attention to me and talk about their own concerns. At first I thought I was good, but then I started to think that they were just taking no notice of me. By the way, where's Lena? Because of all my thinking, I'd completely forgotten about her. I don't know, I answered absently. Has she still not appeared? As you can see. I took a look around the canteen but didn't see her anywhere. And nobody's heard anything about her. No. Don't you find it strange? What's so strange? Maybe she's reading, maybe sleeping, or something. Seems more like you're talking about yourself. It's none of your business, is it? Elisa interjected angrily. Well, if a person is missing... You weren't so worried when Shuring disappeared. That's quite different. Yeah, and why, I wonder? I had no answer and just blankly looked at Elisa before going back to my food. She did not insist on continuing the conversation. Lunch was over. I suddenly stood up and went out of the canteen without a goodbye. And after that we will continue in the next episode. See you then. Bye.